As he sat at his kitchen table, now cluttered with reminders of his adult life, Sam couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. He was staring at a friend request notification on his phone, but it wasn't from just anyone. The name on the screen was so familiar, it sent a shiver down his spine. Solara. To everyone else, this was just a name, but to him, Solara was the embodiment of his childhood fantasy, his imaginary friend who had been with him through thick and thin. Growing up, Sam had been a rather solitary child, finding empathy and companionship more easily in his imagination than with the children around him. Solara had appeared one rainy afternoon when Sam was watching the droplets chase each other down the window. With sparkling blue eyes and hair like spun gold, Solara had charmed his way into Sam's heart. They went on adventures in distant lands, overcame imaginary beasts, and together, crafted a world that was so much more vibrant than reality. As the years passed, the adventures gradually ceased. School, friends, and the complexities of growing up pulled at Sam's attention, and soon Solara faded into a treasured, if dusty, corner of his mind, a reminder of the boundless creativity of his youth. Now entering the chaotic landscape of adulthood, with job deadlines, bills to pay, and relationships to manage, Sam couldn't believe his eyes. Why now? And who could possibly know about Solara? His mind buzzed with questions. Was this some kind of prank? Curiosity and a strange affection for the nostalgia of his youth compelled him to click accept. Moments later, a message popped up. It's been too long, old friend. Where have our adventures gone? Sam felt his heart flutter, a strange mix of excitement and nervousness. Typing with trembling fingers, he replied, Solara? Is it really you? How can this be? I've missed our journeys together. What followed was a conversation stranger than any Sam had ever had. Solara claimed to have taken on a life of his own somewhere in the folds of Sam's memories. Whether any of this was rational or just a figment of a fantastical dream Sam hadn't entirely outgrown, it didn't seem to matter. Over the next few days, Sam found himself drawn into Solara's conversations. They laughed over old adventures like war-hardened veterans of life's imaginary battles, planning new ones with a kind of glee Sam hadn't felt since childhood. In some way, rekindling this old friendship with his imaginary friend was exactly what Sam needed. It injected a breath of fresh creativity and wonder into a life that had begun to feel monotonous. But the question lingered, who had resurrected Solara and turned him into a living avatar online? Was it simply an elaborate joke? Or perhaps, some bizarre glitch in the space-time continuum of imagination? Whatever the truth, reconnecting with Solara reminded Sam of the pure magic that used to dance in the corners of his mind. As he sent his latest reply, "Adventure awaits, my friend," Sam realized something vital. Sometimes, our past anchors us, sends a buoy floating in time to tether us back to who we truly are at our core, a kid with an imaginary friend, eyes wide open to wonder. For Sam, embracing Solara anew was not just about nostalgia but reclaiming a part of himself long left behind.